One of the biggest challenges of ensuring teacher quality is the attractiveness of the teaching profession. The teacher profession is not attractive as the other profession. That is why it does not get the best material. Teachers undergo series of trainings in their field of specialization to be qualified in molding learners on the changing needs of times to complement with the need for efficient global workforce. In this video presentation, you will learn and reflect on how to ensure teacher quality through competency frameworks and standards in the Philippines and other countries as well. At the end of this chapter, you are expected to be able to distinguish between teacher quality and quality teachers. Relate the competency framework for teachers in Southeast Asia to teacher quality. Explain the Philippine qualifications framework and discuss the Philippine professional standard for teachers, career stage 1, beginning teachers' competencies, and how it can assure teacher quality in the Philippines. A quality teacher matters and it is defined by their attributes and characteristics, while teacher quality is defined by the standards set for the profession and is validated by students' learning outcomes. In the previous slides, we have discussed much about the attributes of teachers in the 21st century. But what really is a quality teacher? Quality teachers are characterized by the different skills needed in the 21st century education. Partnering 21 identified themes that are relevant to the changing times. These are global awareness, financial, economic, business and entrepreneurial literacy, civic literacy, and health literacy. With these themes in mind, the 21st century skills framework are clustered into three. First is Learning and Innovation Skills Framework. Second is Information Media and Technology Skills Framework. And lastly, Life and Career Skills Framework. Teachers with global competence is able to demonstrate knowledge, skills, values, and dispositions as described below. First, understand one's own cultural identity and its influence on personal dispositions and classroom practices. Second, know and integrate global dimensions in Subject 1 teaches. Third, engage student in learning. Fourth, use real-life local and global examples. Fifth, value the inputs of culturally and linguistically diverse learners. Sixth is creating environment that encourage positive cross-cultural interactions. Seventh, model social responsibility in local and global contexts. And last but not the least, help learners find appropriate actions to improve local and global conditions. Some other countries use standards of teacher quality. The OECD has proposed that the core elements of the teacher quality standards should include planning and preparation, classroom environment, instruction, professional responsibilities. The planning and preparation includes knowledge of content and pedagogy, knowledge of students' coherent instructional plans, and knowledge on how to assess student learning, while the classroom environment includes creating a culture for learning and managing student behavior. The instruction includes communicating effectively using appropriate discussion techniques, engaging students, and providing responsive feedback to learners. And lastly, the professional responsibilities. This includes reflecting on teaching, communicating with families, contributing to the school and community, and developing professionally. There are differences in the context of how teacher quality is defined, but there is no universal standard of teacher quality. The teaching profession needs to have standards in a way that other professions have to advance its status. These should be developed and owned by the teachers themselves, like in Finland, Sweden, and Denmark. In other countries, teacher standards for teacher quality are set at the national or state levels, but with consideration for local flexibility in the implementation.
Competencies, as defined in the framework, are a combination of skills, knowledge, behavior, and attributes that enable effective or superior job performance. This competency framework for teachers is a guide to improve teachers' performance across the region. Now, there are four essential competencies, and the first one is knowing and understanding what I teach. At the core of the teacher competency framework is the belief that effective teaching involves knowing and understanding what one teaches, from deepening and broadening knowledge on subjects taught to staying up to date with education trends, policies, and curricula. The second one is helping students to learn. The goal of the Southeast Asia Teacher Competency Framework is to help teachers promote academic excellence by encouraging engaged and knowledgeable learners in their classrooms. This goal can be achieved by truly getting to know one's students, understanding the best teaching and learning strategies for them, and providing meaningful feedback about how they are learning and what areas need improvement. The third one is engaging the community. The teacher's competency framework seeks to foster mutual respect and understanding by helping people find common ground in shared experiences. Through this framework, educators are empowered to create meaningful relationships with families through effective sharing of information, establishment of clear communication within the educational environment, and mutual participation in activities at the school level. The fourth one is becoming a better teacher every day. Rather than just simply focusing on the technical aspects of teaching, the framework encourages teachers to strive for excellence in three essential areas. These are knowing oneself, practicing human goodness, and mastering their teaching practice. By developing these skills, teachers can not only grow in their profession but also become positive examples of integrity, balance, and empathy in and beyond the classroom. Ultimately, becoming a better teacher every day is an aspiration that all Southeast Asian teachers can proudly embrace. This figure captures all the elements of the competency framework for teachers in Southeast Asia. This framework was agreed upon by the ministers of education of the Southeast Asian countries, including the Philippines. It is used as a guide to determine teacher quality across the region. What is Philippine Qualification Framework? This describes the levels of educational qualifications and sets the standards for qualification outcomes. It is a quality assured national system for the development, recognition, and award of qualifications based on standards of knowledge, skills, and values acquired in different ways and methods by learners and workers of the country. It is governed by the PQF National Coordinating Council and composed of the Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, Professional Regulations Commission, and Department of Labor and Employment. Its objective is to establish national standards and levels of qualifications to assist and support academic and worker mobility and to address job skills mismatch. It is also for employers, workers, teachers and learners, parents, and governments who wish to understand Philippine qualifications and compare them with others. Let us now take a look at the six levels of outcomes and descriptors of the Philippine Qualifications Framework. The Philippines Professional Standards for Teachers defines teacher quality in the Philippines. The standards describe the expectations of teachers, increasing levels of knowledge, practice, and professional engagement. At the same time, the standards allow for teachers' growing understanding applied with increasing sophistication across a broader and more complex range of teaching and learning situations. In the middle of the professional lifelong cycle are the professional teacher standards, known before as competency based teacher standards, and now know the Philippines professional standards for teachers, and both are frameworks for teacher equality.
Let us now take a look at the schematic diagram that represents the seven domains of the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers.